scented ASMR. Today I'm going to be ranking my top 5 favorite perfume releases of 2023. And I'm going to start with this one here. This is in my number 5 spot. And it's called Carmina. And it's from Creed. And here's the pretty bottle. I think that the color of the bottle, it does a good job of representing what the fragrance smells like. And it has a pretty gold cap on it. And so Carmina, it's considered a floral woody musk, and the top notes are black cherry, saffron, and pink pepper. The mid notes are May rose, peony, violet, and cashmere wood. The base notes are musk, ambroxan, myrrh, and frankincense. And what this is, it's a sweet and spicy ambery rose fragrance. The most prominent notes are definitely the black cherry and the rose. And the black cherry in here, it smells deep and dark, and in the opening, I think it smells very juicy. You definitely get a lot of rose in here. I think you need to enjoy rose to like this fragrance. So it's definitely the most prominent floral. But I do also get a little bit of the peony in here. And I think the peony, along with the musk, it does add a little bit of freshness to the fragrance. This is a very sweet fragrance, but there's also some spice in here that I think helps balance out the sweetness so it's not too sweet, as well as the resinous myrrh and the frankincense, especially in the dry down. I do pick up a lot of that myrrh. And so I think between the resins and the spicy pink pepper and saffron, I don't think that this gets too sweet. I think it's very nicely balanced. I also think that the saffron in here, between the saffron and the rose, I think this adds a little touch of Middle Eastern to the fragrance. It smells like a Middle Eastern fragrance. And I really love this fragrance. That's why I put it in my number 5 spot. But I do notice that it gets a lot of poor reviews. I can't figure out why. I think it might be because of the price. It's very expensive. But it smells good, and it has very good performance on me. It lasts all day on my skin, and I think it projects pretty well too. So, not really sure why the poor reviews, because I love this one. And so that's Carmina, and it's from Creed. And so this one that I have in my 4th spot here, this one is from the brand Akro, and it's called Bake. The bottle comes in this nice little tin here. Here's the bottle. And so Bake, it's considered an amber vanilla fragrance, and the perfumer is Olivier Cresp. The top notes are lemon zest, rum. Mid notes are whipped cream and praline. And the base notes are bourbon vanilla, brown sugar, and this is a very gourmand vanilla scent. And it opens up with a very zesty lemon. And I think it's a really nice, well done lemon because it's zesty, but it's not too sharp. And it's also, it doesn't give you that like citrusy, like bathroom cleaner vibe that I often get from lemon. I used to think I didn't like lemon, but I think it's just in certain fragrances it kind of gives off that cleaner vibe, or it's too tart. But in here it's really nicely done, and it smells edible and creamy, mixed with that very deep vanilla. Especially when it dries down, the lemon gets really creamy from the whipped cream. And you can smell the rum in here too. Although I wouldn't consider this to be a boozy fragrance. It just has like the scent of rum. And I do get the praline note, which I love praline, and it's kind of, it smells to me kind of like a syrupy sweet, kind of like a little bit like caramel to my nose. This fragrance to me, I think it smells like a very decadent vanilla cake with like some creamy lemon filling, like maybe a lemon custard. And then topped off with some whipped cream. So, yeah, obviously this is a very sweet fragrance. It's very sweet, very gourmand. So you must enjoy gourmands to enjoy this, but I think it's a really nicely done gourmand fragrance. And so that's Bake, and it's from Akro. And so this one that I have here, and this one is in my third spot. And this is from Parfums de Marly, and it's called Althaïr. And the bottle, has those horses on it, and this one is from their men's fragrance line. Although I find it to be very unisex, but Parfums de Marly doesn't have a unisex line, at least not that I know of. They just have a men's and a women's. And so this is from their men's collection. And so Althaïr, it's considered an amber vanilla fragrance, and the perfumers are Hamid Maradi Kashami and Elias Ermendis. The top notes are cinnamon, bergamot, cardamom, and orange blossom. Mid notes are bourbon vanilla and LME. The base notes are musk, ambroxan, praline, and gaiac wood. And this is a sweet, spicy, musky vanilla fragrance. The vanilla in here, it's light and musky, and to my nose it smells very candied and sweet, almost marshmallowy because of the light airiness of it and the sweetness. The orange blossom, I do get a lot of the orange blossom in here, and I do also get the praline, and those are both smell very sweet to me as well. But what I think that keeps this in the masculine category, or at least that keeps it from going too feminine, are the spices and the aromatics. So the cinnamon and the cardamom, they add like a warm spiciness in here. And then it has the LME, which is supposed to smell like a fresh piney smell. And I do pick that up in here. And it does get spicier in the dry down. Spicier and more aromatic, I think. So the opening to me almost smells kind of feminine. But then when it dries down, it kind of gets more masculine to my nose. So that's why I would really just put this right in the unisex category. But this is just a really, really nice vanilla. It was a love at first sniff. I sampled it at Nordstrom's, and I'm glad I did. I almost passed it up. But as soon as I smelled it on the tester strip, I was like, wow, I have to try this on my skin, and I loved it on my skin too, so. And the performance of it is good, at least the lasting power. I'm not sure if it projects a lot. I haven't really gotten compliments on it yet, but I do know it lasts me through a whole 8-hour shift at work. Yeah, I really enjoy this. It's a nice vanilla fragrance. And so that's Althaïr, and it's from Parfums de Marly. And so this one that I have here in my number 2 spot. And this one is from Lancome. And this is La Vie Belle. And this is the Iris Absolu Flanker. And this is by far my favorite flanker of La Vie Belle. It's really pretty. Really nice bottle as well. A pretty little bow on the side. And so the perfumers for La Vie Belle Iris Absolu are Anne Filippo and Dominic Ropion. The top notes are blackcurrant, fig, and orange blossom. The mid notes are orange blossom again and jasmine. The base notes are iris, gourmand accord, and patchouli. And this is the La Vie Belle DNA with an added lipsticky iris note. If you're not familiar with the Vie Belle, it's a very sweet, like fruity floral patchouli scent. And so, like I said, this one has the DNA. It's super sweet, but I think the patchouli is toned down a lot, which I like because I kind of think that I don't really care for the original La Vie Belle because of the strong patchouli. I don't like the way it blends with it. But this one, the iris in here, it's very strong in the opening. And it is a lipsticky iris, but it also smells kind of like it has a candied sweetness to it. And it's probably from that gourmand accord. I also pick up the sweet and the fruity blackcurrant, which I really like. And luckily I don't pick up any of the fig in here because I don't usually like fig. Maybe other people pick it up, but I don't really smell it. The iris does fade off into the background, like as the fragrance dries down. And then you're kind of just mostly left with the original La Vie Belle scent. But, like I said, with the patchouli toned way down. So for me, it's a more enjoyable version of La Vie Belle. And I really love the sweet iris note that's in here. It's such a pretty fragrance. Yeah, like I said, definitely my favorite flanker for La Vie Belle. And it takes the second spot of the best new release of 2023. at least in my opinion. And so that's the VA Belle Iris Absolu, and it's from Lancome. And so, in my number one spot here, this is from Amouage, and it's called Guidance. It has a really pretty box. I really like this like taupe color. And then it has the flowers on it. It's really pretty. And then it also has this really beautiful, like, kind of like taupe, peachy pink bottle. Really beautiful bottle. I think the colors are nicely done. And so, Guidance is considered a floral fruity fragrance, and the perfumer is Quentin Biche. And the top notes are pear, hazelnut, and olibanum. Mid notes are osmanthus, rose, saffron, and jasmine sandalwood. The base notes are sandalwood, vanilla, akigalawood, ambergris, and labdanum. And this is a very unique, woody, fruity fragrance. I find it a little bit difficult to describe. When I first smelled it, I liked it right away, but I wasn't really sure what I was smelling. It's really, the notes are nicely blended together, and so it was kind of hard for me to tell. But, so after kind of analyzing it, it's definitely like it smells like a poached, like a spicy poached pear with some woodiness, and I get a lot of the poached pear in the opening, but as it dries down, I start to get a lot of creamy, fruity vanilla. To my nose, it becomes very creamy. And the fruitiness, I think, in the dry down is coming more from the osmanthus than the pear, because osmanthus can smell like apricot, and that's kind of what I smell. And the pear kind of softens, the spicy pear, it softens up. And I also get like a velvety rose in here. And it smells a bit like spicy throughout the whole wear. I do detect a spice, and I think that's from the akigala wood. Because to my nose, that smells kind of like a woody, kind of peppery, woody note. It's supposed to smell like patchouli. But I don't know, to me it kind of comes off like peppery and woody. I love this one so much, so that's why it's in my number one spot. But it's actually, I would say this is my second favorite fragrance right now. Like, It's taken the number 2 spot of like all-time favorite fragrances. I could wear this as a signature scent for sure. And the performance of it is very, very good. It's so strong. I can only spray about 2 sprays when I wear it. In fact, it's so strong I can smell it from here. It's not even open. But it's very strong. It lasts a long time. And so, another masterpiece perfume from Quentin Beige. And so that's my number 1 pick of the best releases for 2023. And it's Guidance from Amouage.